I just wonder if you have ever addressed her time of the month intimacy. I would give our sex life a B minus, but she often forgets that even though it's her monthly cycle and she can't have sex, I still have some need for release. Am I being too sensitive or selfish during that time? So good and interesting question. And to me, it stands out that this is a good man asking this question because he's wondering, and the question being, am I being too sensitive or am I being too selfish during this time? And he's really wanting to know. So that's a good man. And the answer to this question is it's reasonable as a woman that during that time of month that we are not interested in having sex. That's very reasonable. And it's also very reasonable that during that time, again, kind of coming off of the last question as well, but it's reasonable you ask for another sexual act during that time, like a hand job or a BJ, while she is on her period. And that's not being insensitive or selfish, but also taking into consideration that it's reasonable your wife doesn't want to have sex during that time of the month. And also recognizing that if it's clear from your question that your wife is engaging in regular sex with you, and that the problem comes up during just that time of month, and to recognize based on the reality of marriage and what good men suffer in of not having regular sex with their wives, and many good men being in sexless marriages, that you're very fortunate and very blessed that your wife engages in sex regularly, and they even have a B minus sex life. Then I know there's many men listening saying, gosh, if my wife, that was the only time of the month that my wife wasn't interested, that would be great. However, that's just not the common experience for good men. And to the women, we do use our time of the month as an excuse to have a break from sex. And many women look forward to that time of, then I don't have to have sex. But again, the goal and what I teach is we actually want to learn to enjoy sex as women, and know that that is something that's very important to our husbands, that shows them we care about them, we love them, and we're thinking about them and the things that are important to them. Because I think that we really take for granted when we're married to a good man, and speaking from my own experience, and just have a little bit to feel in that. So thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable always on the videos, that good men do so many things. My husband does so many things because he knows it's important to me. Or even if it's not necessarily something that's important to me, my husband is so thoughtful, and constantly putting me first and my wants or desires before his own. And that is a cornerstone and trademark of a good man. And so I often encourage women to slow down and ask yourself, how much does your husband do because he's thinking of you and trying to put you first, doing the things that are important to you? And if you're honest with yourself, you will have a very long list. And good men don't ask for much or expect much in return. And so sex is something that's really important to a good man in a marriage. And to me, it's like, one, let's learn to enjoy it for ourselves, ladies. And two, it's not asking too much at all. And it's a really simple, nice, pleasurable way to give back and show them that we care. So when it comes to our monthly cycle, if we're just abandoning sex all together and putting our blinders on and just don't even, like, nope, not even an option. Don't even think about it. Let's not talk about it. See you in a week or two. What that actually says to a good man is that sex isn't important to us. He's not important to us, and we're not thinking of it. So it's good to acknowledge it, and good for our character and integrity of follow through as women to say, don't feel like intercourse, but can I do something else for you? And to be engaged and enthusiastic about that is a nice way to feel good about ourselves and show our husbands, hey, I'm thinking about you and you're important to me and I love you. That's the message it sends versus when we just off the table, don't think about it, don't talk about it. And he's like, well, I guess we'll just, we're going to wait a week or two and then they get the message. It's not important to us and we don't care. So just it's something to think about in this unique niche a category of talking about sex in marriage and not using it as an excuse to take a break. And you'll feel better staying engaged to a level than just abandoning it altogether because you're following through with your commitment and still considering and thinking of your husband. Hello again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. For those women listening who know you are the problem, and you want a path forward to change your woman ways and truly be happy in yourself, I have a course for women called the Happiness Program. And the Happiness Program teaches you to resolve the unhealthy relationship you have with yourself so that you can be the solution to the issues and challenges in your marriage and your life. You can find the link in the description below to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. For the good men listening, who want a way to take back the power you've unknowingly given away to your wives, I also have a course for you called the Marriage Rescue Course for Good Men Only. And the course teaches you how to rebuild your strength and confidence so that you can navigate the relationship with your wife in a healthy, constructive way. Again, you can find the link below in the description to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. Again, thank you so much for watching today. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.